To the convent. I heard you're very focused during practice time. When do you fit this into your busy schedule?
I wake up early in the morning and I try to get as much of it done as I can before school.
has also been awarded a Fulbright Fellowship to go study Iberian organ medieval in Spain and Portugal. He will be leaving us, but I have so enjoyed his music.
We will miss you, Sam.
1775, hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. He said to his friend, if the British march by land or sea from the town tonight, hang a lantern aloft the belfry arch of the North Church Tower as a signal light. One if by land and two if by sea, and I on the opposite shore will be, ready to ride and spread the alarm through every Middlesex village and farm, for the country folk to be up and to arm. Then he said, good night, and with the muffled oar, silently rowed to the Charlestown shore, just as the moon rose over the bay, where swinging wide her moorings lay, the Somerset British man of war, a phantom ship with each mast and spar, across the moon like a prison bar, and a huge black hulk that was magnified by its own reflection in the tide. Meanwhile, his friend, through alley and street, wanders and watches with eager ears, till in the silence around him he hears the muster of men at the barrack door, the sound of arms and the tramp of feet, and the measured tread of the grenadiers marching down to the boats on the shore. Then he climbed the tower of the old North Church by the wind stairs with stealthy tread, to the belfry chamber overhead, and startled the pigeons from the perch on somber rafters that round him made, masses of moving shapes of shade, by the trembling ladder steep and tall, to the highest window in the wall, where he paused to listen and looked down, a moment on the roofs of the town, and the moonlight flowing over all. Beneath in the churchyard lay the dead, in their night encampment on the hill, wrapped in silence so deep and still, that he could hear that the sentinels tread, the watchful night wind as it went, creeping along from tent to tent, and seeming to whisper, a moment only he feels the spell of the place and the hour and the secret dread of the lonely belfry and the dead. For suddenly all his thoughts are bent on a shadowy something far away, where the river widens to meet the bay, a line of black that bends and floats on a rising tide like a bridge of boats. Meanwhile impatient to mount and ride, booted and spurred with a heavy stride, on the opposite shore walked Power of Deer, and I had his course aside. Now gazed at the landscape far and near, then impetuous fear appeared, and turned to tighten his saddle girth. But mostly he watched with eager search the belfry tower of the Erdmouth Church, as it rose above the graves on the hill, lonely and spectral and somber and still. And lo, as he looks from the belfry's height, a glimmer, and then a gleam of light. He springs to the saddle, the bridle he turns, but lingers and gazes, so full in his sight. A second lamp in the belfry burns. Hurrying close to the village street, a shape in the moonlight, a bulk in the dark, and beneath from the pebbles in passing, a spark struck out by a sea flying fierce and fleet. That was all, and yet through the gloom and the light, that the fate of a nation was riding that night. And a spark struck high to the sea in his flight, kindled the lamp to flame with its heat. He has left the village and mounted the steep, and beneath him tranquil and broad and deep, is a mystic meeting the ocean tides, and under the alders that skirt its edge, now soft in the sand, now loud on the ledge, is heard the tramp of seas rise. It was 12 by the village clock. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, 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 dong. When he came to the bridge in Medford town, he heard the crowing of the cock, and the drinking of the farmer's song, and felt the damp of the river fog that rises after the sun goes down. It was one by the village clock, dong. When he galloped into Lexington, he saw the gilded weathercock swim in the moonlight as he passed. And the meeting house windows blank and bare gazed at him with a spectral glare, as if they already stood aghast at the bloody work they would look upon. It was 2 by the village clock, dong, dong. When he came to the bridge in Concord town, he heard the bleating of the flock, and the twitter of birds among the trees, and felt the breath of the morning breeze blowing over the meadows brown. And one was safe and asleep in his bed, who at the bridge would be first to fall, who that day would be lying dead, pierced by a British musket ball. You know the rest. In the books you have read, how the British regulars fired and fled, how the farmers gave them ball for ball from behind each fence and farmyard wall, chasing the redcoats down the lane, then crossing the fields to emerge again, under the trees at the turn of the road, and only pausing to fire and load. So through the night rode Power of Deer, and so through the night when his cry of alarm, the British are coming! The British are coming! Through every Middlesex village and farm, the British are coming! Cried defiance. No! And not a fear. A voice in the darkness. A knock at the door. And a word shall echo forevermore. For born on the night winds of the past, through all our history to the last, in the hour of darkness and peril and need, the people will awaken and listen to hear the hurrying hoofbeats of that steed, and the midnight message of Power of Deer. The British are coming!
Keep
Lolly, toodum, day.
son John was tall and slim, and he had a leg for every limb. My son John was tall and slim, and he had a leg for every limb. Now he's got no legs at all, they were both shot away by a cannonball. Hoo-rum-rye, fuddle-dum-die, whack-o-diddle to me, hoo-rum-rye. Were you drunk or were you blind to leave your two fine legs behind? Were you drunk or were you blind to leave your two fine legs behind? Were you drunk or were you blind? A cannon walking upon the sea that took your legs from the ground to the knee. Hoo-rum-rye, fuddle-dum-die, whack-o-diddle to me, hoo-rum-rye. I wasn't drunk and I wasn't blind to leave my two fine legs behind. I wasn't drunk and I wasn't blind to leave my two fine legs behind. I wasn't drunk and I wasn't blind. A cannonball on the 5th of May took my two fine legs away. Hoo-rum-rye, fuddle-dum-die, whack-o-diddle to me, hoo-rum-rye. All foreign wars we now renounce, we this King of England and that King of France. All foreign wars we now renounce, we this King of England and that King of France. All foreign wars we now renounce. I'd rather my legs as they used to be than the King of Spain and his whole navy. Hoo-rum-rye, fuddle-dum-die, whack-o-diddle to me, hoo-rum-rye. I was tall and I was slim, and I had a leg for every limb. I was tall and I was slim, and I had a leg for every limb. I was tall and I was slim. Now I've got no legs at all. You can't win a race with a cannonball. Hoo-rum-rye, fuddle-dum-die, whack-o-diddle to me, hoo-rum-rye. Rising at the break of day, when the mist has turned the fields to grey, the farmer's son shall plant no more, for on this day he must go to war. Leave the rake and leave the plough, take up the sword of battle now. The time has come, noble son,
We are marching in the light of God.
everyone that made this happen, Mrs. Nochi especially, for all of the organization. And I was inspired. And I thank you very much for bringing joy to the arts, joy and fun to the arts. This has to continue. And it's a great encouragement to see the love for beauty through the singing, through the playing. So thank you so much, Mrs. Nochi and Mrs. Killian, all those that helped out tonight. It was really a surprise. I mean, I am surprised. I knew you could do a good job, but that was amazing. All right, have a good night. Thank you so much.